transport must forward, whatever it takes.
Hey guys, welcome back, and here's my Battlefront 2 review. I'm aware that the gameplay here is pre-alpha footage, but I can't really find any good beta footage, so you're seeing pre-alpha footage. Plus, I don't record my own gameplay because it usually sucks. I mean, sometimes it's good, but I just decided to use some better gameplay. Alright, let's get right into this. So let's start by talking about the core gameplay. I know a common complaint was that the first game was too simple. Well, good to know that this game is a lot less simple. There's a lot more depth to it, but it is at its core still a casual game. Overall, this gameplay I think is better than the first one. It's more complicated, there's more to it, and overall I think it is a big improvement. Now let's talk about the battle points system. Overall, I think battle points is a great improvement over the first game, and you don't just find things randomly this time. This time you earn them, and I think that's a lot better of a way of doing this. And they're not ridiculously hard to earn. Even a decent player, not an amazing player, I'm not that good, but I was able to earn enough points to get heroes in most of the modes. So overall, I think the battle points is a really good system, and it's very fair. There is one big problem, I think, with the gameplay. I think the TTK is just too long. And a lot of times, for me at least, this kind of made it less enjoyable. I don't know how to describe it, but it made it less fun to play the game for me a lot of the time. I think the first Battlefront had a good TTK, but it could have been raised a little bit, but not as much as in this beta. I would really like them to lower the TTK, not a ton, but just a little bit minor tweak, and I think that will help the game a lot, and it will make the guns seem more intuitive. Heroes and reinforcements in general are a lot easier to handle in this game. They're easier to kill, and they don't just wreck your whole team instantly. Also, since they can regenerate health, they don't end up camping in the corner when they're low. And it does require a degree of skill to use the heroes this time. They have less health, I think. I'm not completely sure about that, but from my experience, they have less health, so it does require more skill to use them, which I think is a good thing. Alright, let's move on to the maps and the modes. So first, let's talk about the strike map. The map for the strike was okay. It wasn't amazing, and I feel that the game mode in general was not that balanced, but the map was decent, although it was not the most interesting map, and it was kind of a lazy feeling map. Like, they just had one building, a couple pathways in the building, and then they had a forest. It felt kind of lazy. Now I'm going to discuss how the strike mode plays with this map. This map mode combination does not seem very balanced. Because the map is so open, it allows the rebels to get clear lines of sight on the first order easily and prevent them from getting to the objective, and they often camp the artifact. This makes it difficult for the first order to win unless the rebels are very bad or the first order is very good. I think a way they could fix this is by having the artifact stay in its place so it can't return to the castle. Even if the rebels camp it, there's no timer for it to go and respawn back at the castle. I understand leaving this at the default number of troops. I'm pretty sure it runs on troops, kind of like Battlefield 1 does. Instead of a timer, it has troops. So I think they could lower the number of troops, but make it so the artifact does not respawn back at the castle. Alright, let's talk about the staple mode of this game, which is Galactic Assault. Overall, I think the mode and the map is very balanced and works well. However, there are some problems with the map design. This map is good, but it is not that fun to play on. It's balanced, it is, and you can have fun on it. You can have lots of fun, but I think that they need to have more map variety in the final game. I think this map by itself can be in the final game. I don't have a problem with it, but they need to have more creative other types of maps for Galactic Assault, such as a more open map with more flanking, because this map is a very linear, essentially a corridor, and that results and it not being that exciting each time because every time it plays the same. You just progress down this corridor. I think they should have some maps kind of like the sort of maps that are used in Battlefield 1's Conquest. Very open, large flanking routes, different ways to go around. I don't know how the objectives would work with this, but I'm sure they could come up with something. I think this will greatly improve the Galactic Assault game mode. How about Starfighter Assault? Now, Starfighter Assault is freaking awesome. It's so good. It is really, really good. I have to say that. The gameplay, the core gameplay, how it works, everything is so much better than the first game. In every way, it is just awesome. And I have to say, I don't know, there's not much bad to say about this. I think the map could be better balanced, but it is pretty balanced. I think both teams have a pretty good chance of winning. Um, but it could be balanced a little bit better. I think the Empire, the First Order, or whatever, I don't know what faction it is in that map, but I think they do have a higher chance of winning. But if the Rebels are good, they can still beat the Empire, First Order, whatever faction it is. The core gameplay of the starfighting combat is so much better. You perform all the maneuvers yourself. You don't just press a button and it does it for you. First person and third person are both viable with the starfighters. But there are some problems. I think they should have more damage colliders on objects than instant kill. Now obviously if you ram straight into an object, yeah, you're going to blow up. You're going to get instantly killed. I think that's a good thing. But I think just bouncing off an object or nicking the edge of your ship on an object should not just instantly blow you up. That's incredibly annoying. And even though maneuvering with the starfighters is better than the first game, this still happens. So I think that's a major, major thing that needs to be improved. They need to add damage colliders so the ships don't instantly blow up when they touch things. Instead, they take damage. Also, I think smashing into things with health, like sort of going kamikaze, should deal them damage. Now, not ridiculous amounts of damage, that wouldn't be balanced, but they should deal significant damage. Like if you just ram your ship into another ship, that should deal that ship damage, okay? Not instantly blow it up, that would be kind of annoying. But if you just ram your ship into it, that should do it damage. And also ramming your ship into objectives like things you're supposed to blow up, enemies, or not enemies, sorry, the turrets on the ships, that should also deal them damage. Now, maybe the objectives, it should deal less damage because we don't want people constantly going kamikaze all the time to complete the objectives. That's kind of silly, but it shouldn't do nothing at all. Alright, let's finish this review up by talking about the crate system, the RNG. Every game has it. It's freaking annoying. I wish they didn't have it. But is this game pay to win? Now, I despise that all of your progression unlocks weapons. Everything is tied to this crate system, and that is annoying. That frustrates me, but I don't think it's the worst thing. It's not awful. It's not gonna ruin the game. It's still pretty fair when you unlock weapons, like the actually unlocking the weapons, or you still get weapons. You don't have to really worry about not getting weapons in your level up crates, because you will almost be guaranteed a weapon in those crates. So I don't think it's that awful. I would not like it to be there. I really don't like that. But if it has to be there, that's fine. I found that it's not too difficult to earn star cards, at least in the beta. I think the final game, maybe it'll be harder. But the star cards aren't completely game changing. They're not awful. I think some of them could be toned down. But overall, I don't think the star cards are overpowered or pay to win. But a couple of them could be toned down. I think the earn rate for the crafting parts maybe should be increased a little bit, or the amount of parts that you earn from these crates. I think that would be a good thing if it was improved. But it's okay the way it is. But that's a major flaw with the game, that it really needs to be easier to earn these crafting parts. Alright, so this has been my honest review of Battlefront 2. Leave what you think of the game in the comments, and like this video up as more people see it if you like it up. Have a good day, and subscribe if you liked it as well, because subscribing supports my channel, and you can check out some of our other awesome videos. See ya, and I'll let you watch the rest of this gameplay.
Grenade, countdown! Deploying rapid fire.
The package is moving! The first order has the package! The package has been dropped!
Sentry guns ready.
The package has been picked up by enemy troops!
Package! Surround that area.
I'll get their attention.
Package recovered. Keep an eye on it.
Forward, I'll cover you. Have one of these. Heavy gun, full charge.
Talking to sentry! Keep going!
I got this. Got a present for you. Laying down covering fire. Armed and out. Laying down covering fire. Get behind me! And that, trooper!
Don't get shot!
They took the package. We stopped the carrier.
Deploying covering fire.
You've gone too far!
Heads down!
Package returned. Now try another assault.
Get out there! I got you!
Do not lose hope. failed. We got them. The artifact is safe.